The Chinese military on Saturday condemned the passage of two German Navy ships through the Taiwan Strait, saying it increased security risks and sent a wrong signal, adding that Chinese forces had monitored and warned the ships. China, which says it democratically rules Taiwan as its own, says it alone exercises sovereignty and jurisdiction over the strait. Both the United States and Taiwan say the strait, a major trade route through which about half of the world's container ships pass, is an international waterway. The People's Liberation Army of the Eastern Theater said the passage of the two ships, a frigate and a supply ship, was public navigation, and that its naval and air forces monitored and warned throughout the passage. The behavior of the German side increases security risks and sends the wrong signal. Troops in theater are on high alert at all times and will resolutely deal with all threats and provocations, he said in a statement. The Chinese embassy in Germany said in a separate statement that it had made representations to Berlin that Taiwan belonged to China, a position the democratically elected government in Taipei strongly opposes. The Taiwan issue is not an issue of freedom of navigation, but of China's sovereignty and territorial integrity, he said. The Taiwan Strait is part of China's waters and does not have so-called international waters, the embassy added. China urges Germany to avoid any interference that endangers the healthy and stable development of bilateral relations, he added. The Taiwanese government says that only the people of the island can decide its future. U.S. warships sail through the strait about once every 2 months, angering Beijing, and some U.S. allies, such as Canada and Britain, have also occasionally passed through. China, which has never shied away from using force to take control of Taiwan, has stepped up its military activities around the island in the past 5 years, particularly with military exercises. Taiwan's defense ministry, however, said last month that it believed China did not have the ability to fully invade Taiwan because it lacked the necessary equipment, a remark that drew criticism on Saturday from the Ministry of Defense. The Democratic Progressive Party's claims of authority are absurd and ridiculous, spokesman Wu Qian said in Beijing, referring to Taiwan's ruling party. The complete reunification of the homeland is a historical inevitability. Also on Saturday, Taiwan's Coast Guard said it had again dispatched ships to monitor and warn 4 Chinese maritime police vessels sailing in restricted waters near the Taiwan-controlled Kinmen Islands, located off China's coast. Chinese ships have continued to provoke and damage the peace in the strait, and the Coast Guard is determined to protect Taiwan's sovereignty by respecting the principles of non-provocation, non-conflict, and non-weakness, he said.